Thank you for inviting me here. My presentation should be coming up momentarily. So, my name is Efe Cakarel. I'm the founder of Mubi. Mubi is a streaming video-on-demand platform, similar to Netflix, but naturally much better. This is The Independent, who did a big article on us recently, and this is how they described Mubi. Netflix for people who want to stop just watching trash all the time. Okay, so we focus really on quality film, both studio and independent. It is the ultimate place to watch great cinema. It's also not about just the films you watch, but we have an incredible social network around cinema. There's some 7.5 million people on the platform right now. And growing really nicely. The model is very different than Netflix. We just pick one film a day. So we just give you one film a day that stays for 30 days. So there is always 30 films that you can watch at $4.99 a month. Okay, so that's Mubi. Obviously, we are on all the platforms: mobile, smart TV, gaming consoles, and you know we started in Palo Alto, but currently we are in London with offices in Berlin and New York. Anyway, so that's a quick background. What I want to talk about in just a couple of minutes is sort of the journey of how we came to here. It took us a long time, and it's a very interesting story. We started in 2007, and we started like everybody else. It was a subscription-based platform. The model was not what you see today. Anything you can eat, similar to Netflix. I'm sorry. And because of our focus on foreign independent classic art house cinema, we had a clear differentiation at the time. And we saw some very meaningful traction early on, which brought us Sony. We signed a joint venture agreement with Sony Computer Entertainment after about a year of negotiations and due diligence with them. Sony doesn't partner with small startups very easily. To get together and build an application to watch movies on PlayStation. This is around 2009-10 timeframe. Very early on, just about the time when these gaming consoles were becoming more of an entertainment hub and not just a gaming console. And it was incredibly exciting for us. Imagine, we were like 6 people and signed a deal with Sony. They put some capital. We built this amazing application. We launched it, and this is what happened. Within 3 months, about 500,000 people downloaded the application and started engaging with Mubi. These are big numbers on a gaming console back in 2010. So we were in the clouds, but then, this is the subscribers. So they came, they were excited, and then they started to churn, and they started to churn really fast, okay? And this is the moment when you're realizing that you have a very cool app and company and not necessarily a business that throws cash, right? And we learned this the hard way. So we had some very difficult times as a result. The subscriber numbers, we didn't have any capital to invest in growth because nobody was investing in a content-driven business. Go talk to any of your VC friends. It's a very, very difficult business to crack, and a lot of people lost a lot of money on this around those times. So we were about, and this is the interesting bit, we were about a month away from running out of cash, okay? It's 2011. I went to I just wanted to clear my head. I've been so reactive for so long. Just went to the airport, and the cheapest EasyJet flight was to Palma de Mallorca from here. So I flew there, and I looked at the water for like 6 hours, okay? And called one of my board members, and he said, look, Efe, I have 2 questions for you. One, is the market you're working on is big enough? This is the big question. Yes. OTT is today $8 billion out of a $200 billion home video entertainment market. And it's expected to grow to some $31 billion. And it's really fast growth. And we are just getting started. DVD is going to be gone. And pay TV, you're not really feeling the cord cutting yet, but just wait. In the next 10 years, I don't know when, suddenly those numbers are going to start going down really significantly. Anyone who's 18 to 24, just getting their houses right now, they are not really signing up for Sky. They are getting all their entertainment from one of their devices. The people who have Sky are not cutting it, so people are not feeling it. But you're going to really start feeling this soon. So yes, the market is so big, I'm dizzy, right? And the second question, do you still have the energy? And I said yes. So he taught me the most important lesson in business that I learned, okay? The number one rule of business is to stay in business, okay? So I flew back. We were 14 at the time. I had to do whatever I needed to do to stay in business. I let go of 5 team members, which is really difficult. It's easy to let people go when they're not performing. It's very difficult to let good people go because you're downsizing. And everybody else, I asked them to take a voluntary 30 to 50% pay cut. I brought my salary to 0, of course, for 8 months, right? And nobody was getting paid. Lawyers, sorry about that. Accountants, rent, we didn't pay. They said, we are going to send the police. I said, send the police. Like, we are not going to get out of business. And over this time, during a period of 3 to 6 months, we got some investors who loaned us money, like Martin Warsawski, these guys who just wired money to us just for us to keep going. And we figured out the unit economics of what we do was so wrong. I mean, look at Netflix. Amazingly valuable company, growing really fast, losing a lot of money, 250 million negative free cash flow every single quarter, about that for the past 6 quarters, right? It's a very difficult business when you're trying to show all the films to everyone. So we said, how about a much smaller library of films? 30 films, and we refresh every day, 1 new film a day. So I need only 365 movies a year now instead of 10,000, and I'm negotiating only 30-day windows. So instead of spending, say, in a country like Mexico, $20 million to get the Netflix equivalent library, I need to spend about $400,000. And my break-even subscriber numbers go down from 300,000 subscribers to 20,000 subscribers, right? That sounds like a good idea. And we launched that model, and my God, that created the company. This is what Mubi is today. Watch great cinema, new film every day. The conversion, the most important number in my life is registration to subscription, which is when you give me your credit card, right? That number was 0.8% before. Right now, it's 22%. It's insane. 20 out of 100 people who register to Mubi give me their credit card within 7 days. And we are growing some 2% a week right now, our subscribers. This is what that curve looks like today. Right? From the time that when we started, even just the last month has been really amazing, as you can see. And by the way, that was that PlayStation launch, that huge bump that we've seen. Okay, so what have I? And then of course people started to notice us, half-a-page article on Financial Times, and so on and so forth. And with that momentum, we raised some $15 million. And to invest further in our growth and content. And of course, the team that I cut their salaries, I gave them what I cut back ×2 and more equity. So you can imagine how that core team is right now at Mubi. I mean, they would die for Mubi. It was an incredible journey. It took us a long time to get to this stage where we could actually now, for the first time, get studio content, which is very difficult, without putting really significant money on the table. And we closed our first deals with the studios this summer, Sony and Paramount. We are now only the 4th SVOD operator in UK that have a studio deal. The other 3 are Netflix, Amazon, and Sky, right? And the big break came when Paul Thomas Anderson called us. This is the guy who did There Will Be Blood, Magnolia, and he wanted to premiere his new film globally, exclusively on Mubi. This was our House of Cards moment, and this happened just a couple of weeks ago. And my God, it was such an incredible journey. We were on every press. I mean, this is really nice. Why Paul Thomas Anderson's new film is on a streaming service you've never heard of, right? Anyway, so it's just been a great journey. And then what I want to conclude my conversation with, look, it's funny how many nights it takes to be an overnight success, right? Who said that? I did. And in my case, it's 14,515 nights from the day that I incorporated Mubi in Palo Alto, February 14, 2007 to today. So thank you very much for listening to our little story, and I hope you enjoy Mubi. Ciao.